This is Days of Doom. It's some kind of tactical apocalyptic game. I don't know a whole lot about it except what I've seen in a trailer, so we're going to click New Game and play the tutorial. Absolutely. I would love to play the tutorial.
The apocalypse wasn't the end of the world, just the end of the one we knew. Over time, a new world took shape. A little darker, a little stranger than the old one. The inhabitants of this post-apocalyptic wasteland range from your run-of-the-mill zombies to your usual psychotic, murderous, spiky, armored raider clans. And the elite reptilians everyone knows were really in charge, back in the before times. But there are still people too. Quite extraordinary people trying to make a life out here, trying to find safety, trying to find sanctuary. The city is real, and you can get there. With the right planning and enough supplies, resources in this world are scarce, and the dangers are many. But hope, that you can have for free, and that's all you need to get started. So long as you're willing to fight for it.
All right, so I stepped away for a second because I realized I've got a speaker bar over on the other side of the room that was blasting everything that was coming out of the speakers. I hope there wasn't any echo when that first got started, but I realized I needed to run over and turn that off. I have that in here for when we're doing live streams with guests here and they need to hear each other, but not necessary when I'm doing a solo stream. So yeah, I had to go turn that off. MacMurd is pointing out the similarity of the art between this game and, say, Darkest Dungeon. He says that he's getting a little bit tired of sort of this cartoony art style, seeing it in a lot of indie games. But, I mean, the thing that is nice about it is that, I mean, this kind of art style really lends itself towards being able to animate a lot of different characters. Like, because, you know, you've got these sort of like these hard outlines which kind of separates the body parts and stuff from each other so that you can put together a character from a bunch of 2D pieces and animate them. You basically do effectively, you know, boned animations like you would do in a 3D game, but in a 2D game. At least that's one of the impressions I get, like one of the reasons why this art style I think works a lot for games like this, but I'm not an artist nor an animator, so it could be that I'm missing some subtleties there, and that my opinion is invalid. But that's what I think about anyway, that, like, you know, and I appreciate the fact that this art style is a thing that people have gotten good at because there's so many games that sort of rely on this in order to make a ton of, you know, like really systems-driven games with just a lot of different things going on. I particularly like what Clay has done with this kind of art. With games like Griftlands, for instance, where, you know, you've got all of these very consistent pieces of art that are put together, but the characters can still move and they feel alive because of the way they're able to animate them. So anyway, this is the combat encounter screen. Let's find out how it works. Combat resolves in turns. Each of your units has 2 action points that allow them to perform actions. Each action costs 1 point. Move is a default action every unit has selected at the start of a turn. Command your unit to move up to the enemy. There we go. Now you can select your attack action. Swing. Thwack. Oh, not enough. Zombie units also operate with 2 action points each. However, due to their simple-minded nature, performing an attack will always end their turn. Oh, but not mine. Rawr. Oh, no. Oh, no. Gonna do something about this. Each unit has a health bar above their head, indicating how many health points they have remaining. Once a unit's health reaches 0, they immediately die. Every player character also has a special ability. In this case, you're in control of a fighter, which has shoulder slam. So it will deal damage, push and stun a nearby enemy. Okay, so one thing I wasn't sure about from the trailer was, like, how much directionality matters in this game. There's so many attacks in the trailer that looked like, well, this attack only makes sense if you see it horizontally. And so I was nervous that I would only be able to aim my attacks in, like, one direction. But it looks like, no, this guy can go either way, and they don't care which one I do. Though I guess usually it's smart to focus fire on the same enemy, so that's what I'll do there. A zombie you just damaged now has a status effect applied. To see detailed information on any unit or object, hover over the unit you want to inspect by holding Alt. Oh, look at that. It's stunned for 1 turn. It cannot perform any actions. So now... Okay, but I think I made a mistake because... Well, okay, how much damage can I do with this? 20 damage. Okay, so no matter what, I was not going to be able to kill a zombie with this. Because I was about to say, if I had a stunning attack and a regular attack, then I probably should have used the regular attack on the guy with no health, with less health, to take him out, and then the stunning attack on the one who is definitely going to survive. But since both of them are definitely going to survive, it didn't make a difference. So let's smack this guy too. Best defense is a good offense. And then this guy does nothing, but he's about to come back. So let's... Okay, I can't do shoulder slam again for a bit. So let's walk over to this dude. Smack him to take him out of the running. And then I can't do anything else, but... Oh! Oh, we can attack diagonally. Did not realize. So I smacked him. Can I smack him again?
Victory.
I can. Victory is mine. So Peroxica says he really liked the first line of this, where it said, this wasn't the end of the world, just the one we knew. And I do like it when people sort of make that point that, you know, people talk about the end of the world, but the world doesn't end ever, just the world we're comfortable with. That's what ends. We can move on to a better world, we can move on to a worse world, but there's always a world, at least for the foreseeable future. Okay, so Clayton Larkin killed some enemies, got some resources. Here we go. All right, so this is the navigation map. Your current location is marked here. Moving to each new node normally costs fuel. You can track your resources at the top left of the screen. So I've got, this is cans of food, I imagine. So the green jerry can is fuel. I just first looked for red when I was looking for fuel, because jerry cans are usually red, at least in the United States. I don't know if that's a common thing everywhere else, but yeah, the green jerry can is fuel. The red, like other kind of can, is food, and the blue nut is, I guess, probably parts, hardware, that sort of thing. And this gold thing, what is this? Money? Prestige? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So we'll click on this next node. You are in luck. You met with a stranded gunslinger who's willing to join your crew. Let's agree to team up. I'm glad we see eye to eye. Traversing these lands alone is practically suicide. You seem like a trustworthy mage. Okay, so we've got a guy, and now... Okay, so at the start of every combat encounter, you'll enter squad placement. You move around your units within the white area before combat starts. Well, it looks like shooting this barrel is probably a thing I'll do at some point, but also maybe shooting that barrel. Shooting that barrel almost seems more important because there's so many more zombies, so I'll probably... Oh, select my ally, move him here. Yeah, let's split them up like this. Space when you're ready. Now that you have multiple units on your squad, it's important to mention the turn order. Every unit has a speed stat, which determines where they're placed in turn order. Okay, so they've got initiative, but they don't roll initiative. It's just consistent. So my gunslinger acts first because he has the highest speed stat. So, okay, they've like let me sort of start playing normally pretty early on, which is kind of nice. I kind of expect tutorials like this to last a little longer. Okay, how do I... Okay, I clicked the gun just to find out how far I could shoot, and then I didn't know how to get out of the gun again. I didn't realize that movement is selected by default, but it's not reselected by default. It's like it's one of 4 things that I can do. And when I select something else, I need to select movement to go back to it. It's not like other games like XCOM, where movement is the default, and then when you start doing something else, that thing takes over for a while, but then if you stop doing it, it goes back to movement automatically. In this game, you manually select movement. So I'm going to go here. And then I want to see what happens. Okay, so this is not telling me its area of effect. I'm assuming this explodes. But it's not telling me its area of effect. So I'm gonna hang back and just defend. Oh, that guy can move fast. That was not what I expected. Oh, so actually this guy can probably catch up. How far can he go? Can I tell? Ah, okay, okay. I'm just take one step back so that he can't actually approach me all the way. Oh, everybody wants the gunslinger. Okay. All right, so I don't know how big this explosion is, if it's even an explosion. So I'm going to try to shoot it first. Okay, it did damage those 2 guys. It would have been better if it had damaged more guys, but whatever. Now, I don't think I can move far enough back to actually get out of their way. And I've got a lot of health, so maybe... Oh, what? Oh, this is a shooty thing that goes straight through a guy. Oh, man, that is a waste that I didn't do that with these 3 guys lined up. Dang. Okay, well, I'm going to do that because whatever. And then... All right, so let's see. So my shoulder slam... Will that have any effect on a row of guys? Okay, yeah, it does knock one guy into another. Okay, so now... Oh, can I not stand here because of the rock? Dang it! Oh, everyone sucks. Okay, because I wanted to go down here and just shoot up through the group, but it looks like I can't do that. Well, I guess I'll take out a guy because I can. Man, understanding this game better now. I already want to replay this battle, understanding this game better. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to do that. I can shoot again, can't I? I can shoot a second man. I'm so used to the idea that video games, like tactical games like this, only let you attack once per turn. That, like, I've been playing, like, Baldur's Gate 3, for instance, and, you know, you get your regular action, your bonus action, and your move action. And most of your attacks are on your regular action. Occasional ones are on your bonus action. But when you exhaust those, like, you just can't do anything else, except for moves. So I've gotten really accustomed to that. All right. Smack that guy. And then which guy? Oh, it's this. Oh, crap. It's this guy who's going to act next. Yeah, I'm handling this horribly. Every piece of this I'm handling really badly. Yep, this is terrible. Okay, fine, whatever.
Victory.
If I had this to play over, I would make all of the choices better, and I would have much higher health right now. But whatever, I've got a med kit. Good. It's good to have one of those. So COG says that there's actually like OSHA regulations about the color of jerry cans. Actually, red means fuel, diesel is yellow, and red means gasoline, diesel is yellow, and kerosene is blue. Okay, so what we're I don't see green on there. So if this is set in the United States, this green jerry can, who knows what could be in it? Okay, so they want me to visit the management screen, the management screen. To equip this thing. Okay, so this thing is in the inventory. Every unit has one slot for equipping consumable items to help them in combat. Well, as well as 3 slots for runes? We get runes in this game? Okay, so we're equipping the medkit on Clayton, because, I don't know, why not? And then we're going to go back and go to our next combat encounter. So each of these moves cost me 1 fuel. Okay, so we've got an explodey barrel right here and an explodey barrel right there. So I guess we'll arrange them like this. Okay, I don't know what the barrels are for, if the zombies are just gonna run up on you no matter what you do. Okay, so can I can't shoot him from here. I have to approach him in order to shoot him, and that puts me in range of him attacking me next turn. I don't think there's a way for me to shoot him. Oh wait, I didn't get close enough. Crap. Let's see. Okay, so I can move. Oh no, that was just 2 moves. I am ruining every decision I make here. This is great. I'm not making a single good decision this entire time. That's my plan. This is a fair number of zombies. Okay, so I can use a medicine kit or whatever, medical kit on myself, but I don't want to. What I want to do instead is... Wait, what? Why is it... Why did it just move down here? Oh, I moved my mouse down there. I was like, well, I didn't realize this thing had, like, edge scrolling. Okay, so I could shoulder slam this guy, and he would go up to where that... Oh, no, I can't. I can only shoulder slam in straight lines. Okay. Well, I mean, no matter what, I'm not going to do great against anyone, so... Rawr. I wonder if this is a mission I'm intended to lose or if I just suck. Probably the latter. Yeah, so as usual, these guys are really... Oh, I can do this diagonally, huh? But not to any great effect. I mean, I guess... Okay, I guess if I move up, I can do that. That's at least a little bit more effective than flailing my arms. Yeah, so part of me wants to believe that this is a mission that I'm meant to lose as part of the tutorial, but I think that maybe not. Maybe I just suck at the game, and that's what we're learning. Right, so I guess just smacking the same guy twice is probably my best move, taking the guy out on board. Rawr, oh. And this is the guy I didn't give the stuff to. And my ability now has a cooldown on it. So, all right, I don't think I can get away from these guys. So I think what we're finding out is that I am just absolutely screwed. I can take a guy out, but then my guy is going to get killed. He's dead. Oh, no. I think I would have to start the entire tutorial over in order to make that not happen. Because I think my mistakes, a lot of the mistakes I made were in the earlier mission. So how much damage does my shoulder slam do? I don't even know. Okay, I can shoulder slam the leftmost guy into the other guy. So that does something. That's nice. If I can weather this turn, I can at least take one more guy out. But I think I'm probably screwed. So can definitely take that guy out. And that guy would take some damage. So next turn he's going out unless I don't make it. Okay, so should be able to take that guy out. Although I think that medkit was consumable. I think I used it up. So now, yeah, I can just barely probably eke this out. But this is silly. And I've lost a character. I don't even know what I'll be able to do with whatever the last mission is. Parker Westlake is dead. That's a ridiculous name anyway. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this isn't happening. I'm becoming increasingly convinced that I'm not meant to win this. That this is supposed to be a tutorial that teaches me that life is cheap in this game. Because even if I'd done okay in the last mission, I don't think that the guys that I have were going to be able to make it through this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a way to do this. I don't have really high faith in that, though. Here it comes. Defeat. Oh, I am defeated. I died fighting a Shambler. To settlement. Okay. Welcome to your settlement. This quiet abode will serve you as a place to recoup, recruit new squad mates, and purchase upgrades that will help you out on future journeys to Sanctuary. So yeah, so I think they are trying to underscore that my journeys are going to fail most of the time. And like I'm gonna die. Just get used to that idea. Like, setting that up for a player early on is usually a good move. Okay, so this is Renown. So it's like Prestige. It's the only resource that persists between runs. As the settlement hears about the continuous deeds performed by the various adventurers leaving for Sanctuary, improvements can be made for all the facilities present. Start forming squads. You need to accommodate potential candidates. Let's build a living quarters here. Okay, living quarters. So this is a lot like Darkest Dungeon, like in that I've got this consistent town that I'm building up to like determine the capacity of my team. Okay, so that costs 10. The next one costs 600. So 4 candidates is how many I can have to start. To start preparing a squad for a new run, press on the notice board stationed at the bottom right. Okay, so here you can see the run setup screen. On the left, you can see a selection of volunteers, each with their own unique stats. Pressing on a unit's card will add them to your squad. For now, you can have a maximum of 3 squad members to take on the journey to Sanctuary. Once you've formed your squad, you can press Start Journey to set off on the road to Sanctuary. Good luck. By the way, so I think that one of the reasons why they were so cavalier about sort of letting me play the game however I wanted is because they knew they were going to kill me. And so they were just like, whatever, we don't care how well you play through this, you're going to die anyway. There's Avery Watcher, Addison Beachcomber, Mabel Lucky, and Christina Stonehouse. Okay, she's a hydromancer, and she's a priestess. We got a gunslinger. Okay, let's go hydromancer, gunslinger, priestess. Mostly just because I want to try out the classes that I've seen the least. Hey there, Frody. Frody says, I'm installing State of Decay 2 as we speak. Is it still the free-to-play weekend? I think it is. So, yeah, I think we're getting a lot of new people trying out State of Decay 2. Welcome. Welcome to our community. Okay, so I'm starting... Am I starting here? And I'm going here? I think so. Oh, we have choices now. That'll be interesting. So I'll decide how much fuel I want to spend making a variety of choices. Okay, so I want to have my gunslinger in the middle, able to reach everybody. I don't know what these others are good at. So I'm just going to find out, I guess. Okay, so we start with the gunslinger. The closest enemy cannot get very close. So I'm going to walk up here. And then just defend, I guess. Wait a minute, what? Oh, right, he can make a double move. If he doesn't attack, he can make a double move. So when I was avoiding his movement range, what I was avoiding was his ability to move and attack. But he could always move up to me. That's normal. Okay, so what can I do? I've got a dagger flick up to 2 tiles away. So I can do, and diagonals. Okay, so 2 tiles away includes forward and diagonal, but it doesn't include diagonal and diagonal. So I wonder, does a diagonal count as like 1.5 or something? I'm trying to figure out like what the rules are for how you count the range of something. Because that when you're working in a grid, that is, and you're doing like ranges on a grid, you have to decide what are the rules for handling diagonals. Because grids don't make a lot of sense for like just raw distance. Then look at the draw. Create a shield for a targeted friendly unit, negating damage 3 times. Lasts 2 turns. Okay, and is there a? Okay, so I'm definitely doing that. Because the gunslinger's on the front lines, and then I guess this guy could decide to run up and attack you, so I'm going to move over here so that he can't reach me. And then I've got my hydromancer. Okay, so she's a ranged attacker who can hit things that far away. She can also deal 15 water damage on an area up to 5 tiles away, and units standing on the cross part of the area are pulled into the center. Okay, so if she does this, she'll be pulling everyone into the center, including our hero. Interesting. I'm not sure if... So this will hit everyone, including my hero, but my hero's got a shield on. so, but I don't think there's necessarily value to doing this particular move. It's 15 damage. Of course, this one is 25. This is 15 damage to every enemy. Well, the other one was 25 damage to one enemy. So this is more economical, presuming that the shield will protect my gunslinger. So Addison's going to do this. Okay, that does seem worthwhile. Good move, Addison. And then she can't reach any of the enemies to hit them with her ranged attack, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, so it looks like her 3-tile attack, it goes out 3, it can go out to 3 with 1 diagonal. It can go out 2 with 2 diagonals. Interesting. Okay, anyway. I guess I will move her a little closer so that she can do more attacks next time, if there is a next time, because we're going to use this. Oh, one guy didn't take quite enough damage. Okay, I think that means... Well, if I take out the second one, then if this zombie attacks me, one of my shields will protect me. And then it's time for a dagger flick. And a splash of water.
Victory.
So look at that. Not one bit of health damage. So I am learning how to play this game. I was a disaster through the tutorial, but this is how you actually play these missions. It helps that I've got this variety of characters now. That makes a difference. So, okay, so I could go straight to the next battle, or... What is it? Okay, so there's an alternate route to the end here. And there's also a route... There's like a weird dead-end route over here to the left. So I guess if I'm confident and I want my characters to get a lot of experience... Is experience a thing? I'm actually not sure if experience is a thing in this game. Or is it just loot? Like, maybe if I want them to get more loot, I could send them over here. Otherwise, this seems like a weird vestigial place. And now, I don't know if the question marks are universally good or bad, or like what the likelihood of there being something good or bad at them is. So let's try this one. Driving next to a forest in the night, you notice a red glow emanating from within the trees. Absolutely investigate. Always investigate. You stop the bus and stealthily enter the woods. After 15 minutes of stalking, you come up to a clearing that contains bodies of a good dozen robed figures. There are magic symbols painted in beige paint on the ground and some trees. Why beige? There's a stack of chocolate bars laid neatly on an altar of sorts, an offering to some unknown deity. It appears that the chocolates were not enough. A palm-sized rune hovers a foot above the stack of chocolate. It glows red as blood. If there are at least 5 enemies present at the start of combat, restores 50% of maximum... Oh, okay. So bigger combats restore health if I have this rune. Nice. Let's do it. Okay, so I've got a new rune, and I'm going to give that to... Because I put Mabel on the front lines. I'm going to give it to Mabel. Because Mabel's the one who's most likely to take health damage, at least if I follow the pattern I did last time. Okay, so now I'm inclined to come up here, and either I'll just continue straight on to the ending, or I could backtrack this way and take a more circuitous route. Oh, okay, wait. We've got a bunch of raiders fighting in a cage. There are spectators, raiders selling drinks. Okay, so I can accept the challenge or just not get involved. And if I had a fighter or a colossus, apparently the game thinks that they would be better ones to compete. I'm nervous about what this challenge is, but also this is my first time playing the game, so I should just accept things and find out. You take your fights one by one, and by the end of the day, you reign victorious. As the spectating raiders cheer, you're rewarded a small bundle of resources. Okay, so it looks like that was probably just a random event, and if I had a fighter or a colossus, maybe the chance of victory would have been better, but either way, I did all right. This is a bottle of nether, 5 tiles away. Explodes in a large cross shape, pulling up. Oh, so this is basically a longer range version of Addison's existing whirlpool ability. So the question is, do I want to give it to Addison? Oh, no, wait, no, it's not longer range. It's also 5 tiles away. Okay, so this is just Addison's whirlpool. So really, I should give this to someone who isn't Addison, because Addison can already do this. I think Christina's got the shortest range attack, so let's give her this so that she can do longer range if she wants. So Frody said that they're not playing State of Decay 2 on a free play weekend. They actually are. They actually bought the game. Well, thank you for buying it. I really appreciate it. It makes everything that I'm doing here possible. So I hope you end up enjoying the game. Okay, so I think I am going to, especially since I'm getting more gas, I'm going to backtrack to this fight and then try to loop around here to get to the end. I'm not going to take this detour. This just seems wasteful. These kinds of games, a lot of the time, they're all about the question of how much adventuring can you do before you have to move on. Okay, so we've got these big nasties and then this little zombie here. So let's pull everybody up. Let's see if we can deal with these two largely before this guy can even get close to us, is my theory. So where can people get? So this guy, yeah, he can't move very far. Neither of them can. So I'll move this guy up as close as I can. Mabel. When I'm saying this guy, I'm referring to someone named Mabel, which I'm using the word guy to refer to just a pawn on the screen, which is, it's a common term, but it does make it feel like I'm gendering the characters, which is not what I'm trying to do. Okay, so with my shorter range attacks, I should probably get as close here as I can, and then create a shield so Mabel can tank. And then, what's the range of this? This is 3 tiles. So if I move 1 forward, I won't be able to hit that dude. How far can I walk? Now I'm wondering if I use my whirlpool here, I might be able to. Oh, of course I exploded it. I wasn't thinking about the fact that, of course, it damages everything in its range. I was thinking I should move the barrel so that it's more in the path of the enemy. But no, that's not how that worked. By the way, it looks like these guys are taking up 2 grid squares. These big guys. Does that mean that this will hit him twice? This does 32 fire damage. Will it do it twice because it hits 2 tiles? Or will it just do the damage once per enemy? Let's find out. That looks like it just did the 32. Oh, but it set this on fire. Oh, they're doing the Larian thing. I spilled oil, but now I do fire damage to it and it sets it ablaze. Okay, that's pretty cool. We'll shoot that guy. Again, taking a guy off the board is one of the most important things that you can do. And so even if they're a weaker dude, it's still often a good idea to try to hit them if you can do that kind of damage to them. So she's going to take him out before he can damage Addison. But then... Oh, this guy's taking up 4 squares. He's not just taking up 2, he's taking up 4. Okay, so I guess we can splash him twice. The fact that he's standing in fire hopefully doesn't prevent... Like, okay, I was hoping that the water would not prevent damage to him. Okay, so let's... Guess we'll just... We can't move a lot from here, so let's just shoot him a couple of times. I can take, I think, 1 more hit. 1 more? Maybe even 2 more. But then we need to start... Okay, in 1 turn, I can protect Addison the same way that I've been protecting Mabel. Okay, so I think he's gonna take... Yeah, I think he's gonna take damage from the fire. I think that's gonna wipe him out. So I think what I'll probably do is I'm gonna back up to make more room for my gunslinger to move. Then Addison. Okay, this guy, he can move up to where Addison is. And he will before we get a chance to shield Addison. So I'm going to move Addison up here, which is dumb, actually, because I just vacated this space, but whatever. He dies from the fire. Oh, crap. Okay, I thought maybe he couldn't make it close enough, but he totally could. so... Oh, and my lethal move isn't going to work. But what about... Okay, so that did damage. That's cool. So we're just going to damage the heck out of this guy. So let me protect Addison now. And then Addison. Now, Addison could probably whirlpool this guy away. Which I'm not sure if that's actually going to help anything, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, he can still hit us. Is he going to go for Addison or no? Okay. Well, I guess I gotta use regular old attacks because we've got my friend in the way. I think between all my characters, yeah, we're gonna take this guy out.
Victory!
Victory! So yeah, so my one character who didn't take damage was the tank that I was putting in the front lines. Whatever, it's fine. We got Rune of Oil advantage. Oh, so we get extra critical chance against oiled characters. So yeah, this is definitely doing the Larian thing of like a bunch of different energies out in the world that you can sort of pile up on each other. Driving next to a forest in the night, you notice another red glow. Let's investigate it again. Oh, weird. We got a Rune of Rebellion. That means my abilities cool down faster, but my attack action goes away. I'm trying to think, is there a character I'd want to use on it? So basically what that means is, let's say that I put that on Mabel. Mabel can fire her lethal fire shot across a line of enemies once every 3 turns, I think. It's like shoot, wait, shoot, wait, shoot. And so if I got this, she wouldn't be able to do normal attacks, but she could do that lethal line attack once every other turn. And if I'm using her mostly to tank with the shield on, maybe, is that going to be better? Is that going to be, because it does more damage and it can hit multiple enemies. That might be better. What happens if I take the chocolates though? I assume that maybe that heals my characters. That sounds like an advanced strat. Like you would do that if you're really confident that you know exactly what you're doing. I'm not sure if... And I actually kind of want to know what the chocolates do. Okay, I think I'm not going to grab that this time. This sounds interesting. I'm going to grab the chocolates instead. Because if I gave it to... I forgot the name of my witchy tarot card character. But if I gave it to her, she could shield somebody every other turn, which could make my characters really powerful, but she could just never use her knifey attack in between. That's what she spends a lot of her time doing, is that knifey attack in between. And so, yeah, I'm going to take the chocolates. Oh, it's food, a trade and healing resource. Okay. And my character's leveled up. Okay, well, let's go manage their level up. See what happens when they level up. Oh, silence is a passive thing. Okay, so I didn't know what the silence thing was that I kept saying, but that's if somebody's standing next to Addison, they can only attack. They can't do special abilities. Got it. Okay, so my characters leveled up, did they? Yeah, they're all level 2. And what does that mean? Oh, okay, so this is just, I don't make any choices about leveling them up. I just get extra hit points, extra damage, extra ability stuff. And then as I level up to 6, eventually I get more movement range, more ability area. But yeah, critical chance against oiled targets. I guess we'll give that to Mabel, because Mabel's doing fire attacks at oily things anyway. But then I want to see, how do I heal people? Can I heal people? Like, do I have to rest in a special... Oh, I bet I have to rest. I bet I have to go over here to heal people. Okay, so if I spend 30 food, of which I have 50, so I could do that, I could restore more hit points to the party members. But I don't need to do that, because I haven't taken a lot of damage. So I'll do this. We're invigorated. Now we've got... You crest a hill in time to see a group of zombies converging on a lone small figure. They've backed themselves up next to a broken old water tower, and you can't see an escape route. Go help? Absolutely. We are heroes. Make a beeline for the fight. Someone who's gotten this far on their own might make a good recruit. That's what I was thinking, too. Hey, it's the class I didn't choose. Okay. So this is complicated. Do I control him? Maybe? Maybe I control him? Okay. Let's... I don't know if there's a good place to put everyone, so I'm just gonna make it up. I don't know. My turn, right. Okay, so... My, like, fire attack. Ooh, yeah, you can see all of my attacks are doing more damage now that I've leveled up. So I think I probably just need to move and attack this time. There isn't much else that makes sense for me to do. So I'll move as little as possible to do the damage I can do. They're going to annihilate this guy before I have a chance to get anywhere near him. Okay, so if they do that running motion, that means they're making a double move, I think. Okay, I don't control him. Not until I've recruited him. Oh, man. Now I've got a tough choice. Because they have configured themselves perfectly for my whirlpool attack. Oh, wait, no, it's not a hard choice at all. Because I can shield him. So we're going to run her over here. And we're going to shield this guy who's tanking all the zombies. And then Addison. I hope that I can make this happen. Oh, I just barely can't do it. Dang. Oh, that's very frustrating. I mean, I can still do more damage than I would have otherwise, but I can't hit everyone. Because this guy is standing in the spot that I would need to be standing in to make this work. Dang. Alright, well, I'll do what I can. Okay? They're not going to be in that configuration next turn, so it's not like waiting would help. And then I need to step forward, I guess, to take that guy out. But can I? No, I can do 28 damage. So actually what I should do. Actually. I should shoot this guy twice. Because he's the one who's advancing on my people. My unshielded people. And he doesn't require movement. Okay, and this is the third attack. Okay, his shield is gone. I really like the combo of the character who can shield people and the character with the area effect attacks. That feels really strong to me. I don't think I can hit anyone else from here, no. So you know what? I'm just gonna do that. So Rosenberg says, I haven't heard of this game. How do you like it so far? So far, they've got some really clever stuff in here. Some really interesting sort of like... It's very simple, straightforward mechanics, at least at first. I don't know how complex it gets over time, but there's some nice... It would be very easy to sort of make a tactical game where each character's just kind of got their own concept and it's fine. But it feels like they've really put a lot of thought into combos of abilities, like characters that are really good together. And so I'm really interested in seeing like how... different, like how this game expands over time. Like, how many classes are there? Can I discover more? Are there even more interesting combos for me to figure out? Okay, so it looks like I would need to move 2 forward to use this, or at least 1 forward to use it at all. But maybe I should move 2 forward just so that next time I definitely don't have to move. So I move 2 forward, and then hit that guy. And then I can take out this guy with 1 shot. And then I get 1 more hit in on my new recruit. You can do that twice, right? You can't? Why can't you do that twice? If you were a player character, you could do that twice. Hey, I think you should come and join my team and become a player character. So that you can Make 2 attacks. Okay, so I've gained a character. I guess we'll go into that slot. So, but did I... Okay, I was going to say, did I gain him for this mission? And it looks like I did. I was worried that maybe he would just go back home. But it looks like I have got him. Okay, more straightforward, traditional zombie fight. And now I've got a guy who's actually better suited to being a tank. So I'll stick him in the middle near the most aggressive looking enemy. My area effect character out here. Ready to hit the larger group that's up there. Okay, so my gunslinger goes first. I want to have them not be attacked immediately by this zombie, which means putting them here. And then, oh, I can actually hit this zombie. Can I hit it with the normal attack? No, I can't. So yeah, let's do it. Let's hit the zombie with the fire attack. Just cause. And he can get to me, but not kill me. Everybody's running up here. Try to line up in a cross shape if you can. That'd be really convenient. Not quite. Okay, so if Addison were to hit them with a cross-shaped attack, I'm guessing hitting these 3 is probably your best move. I guess hitting these top 3. That's probably... because this guy's going to get killed by some other means. So it's these top 3, which means I want to avoid putting someone in that spot. So let's move him up here. Let's have him smack this zombie. What? I wasn't paying attention to the numbers, but that's ridiculous. Okay, let's shield our tank. No, wait a minute. Oh, that was a bad move because... oh, no, that was a bad... was it a bad move? I don't know. I don't know. So say she could have, if I had realized that, of course, she can't reach this zombie. If she had moved first, she could have taken out this zombie, and that would have prevented one attack that is now going to happen. But now she's prevented 3 attacks on this guy. So, I don't know. She might have still made the best move. Either way, though, I think I want to move her here. So now I've got Addison. Addison wants to whirlpool these guys, and it looks like she can from where she's standing. Can she also splash somebody from where she's standing? No. Okay. Well, let's do this. Nice. And then, yeah, it looks like she can't use her that ability, so I will, but I'll move her here so she can next time. And now, oh, okay, we've got Gunslinger. We can definitely take that guy out, and again, if I could have moved to take him out, sort of, but I guess we'll just do that. So the fact that everyone's wet, does that mean they're less susceptible to fire damage? That's 2 hits on the shield. I wish the little cards would go away as the shield got hit. Okay, so this guy, who's he gonna... So what I'm thinking, so Addison can't do her whirlpool again, not yet. I don't know if my gunslinger can do the lethal shell ability. You might not be able to get into a good position for it. You'd have to go all the way around. Should have to go all the way around. So I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to stun this guy that we're definitely not going to kill this round. That's what I want to do. And then we can get all stabby on that guy. And somewhat stabby on that guy. And then Addison can splash this guy 2 times, which almost kills him. And then the gunslinger can do that. and cannot quite do the other thing. But whatever, that character's dazed, so we're not worried about it. So we'll run up, smack that guy down, run up. This has actually gone shockingly well.
Victory!
I like this. Like the tutorial showed me that it is very easy to get your characters into a really bad position and utterly fail. But then, as I'm learning how the game works, it feels extra good after that tutorial where I absolutely failed to now see myself doing a lot better. Okay, so this doesn't seem that scary because I've fought big guys before, but these are different big guys. 27 damage punch. You can move up to 2 tiles. Throw target unit over you, dealing 28 damage and stunning them. Okay, so he's got a stunning attack. And zombies around him do extra damage. Okay, so I think what I want to do is... What do I want to do? I don't want to fight these guys at the same time if I can help it. So I think that means I want to move my whole operation up a little bit. Oh, sorry. I don't have her. There we go. Put her there. All right. Okay, so these guys are going to go that close. So I want to be standing in a spot where I can shoot them next turn. So they're going to be here, right? They can be here. That means I want to be 4 away from that. So my fire attack can hit them anyway. And then I'm just going to defend. Here comes a shambler. Okay, so this guy... Now, his special attack lets him charge. So I'm thinking I need to move him down here. Oh, wait. Does he have some passive ability I don't know about? Friendly units take reduced damage from attacks when they're next to this guy. Oh, okay. Cool. Knock that guy back and stun him. And then... What's the range of my shield ability? Okay, I'm almost there. So I'm going to move up so I'm close enough to throw knives at people. And then I'm going to shield my tank. And then if I go 2 forward and 1 down, I can reach that zombie. But no, that's where she is. Okay, what about... I've screwed myself up here, so Addison can't do anything useful. Whatever. Okay, she's just going to move over here, I guess. I mean, I don't want to... Okay, this guy can reach her anyway, so... Whatever. She's exposing herself to danger. But the zombies have a lot of choices. They might not go after her. Okay, so I could use my lethal attack on both of these guys together by firing straight through the tank. That's probably okay because he's shielded. But also, you know what, that was dumb because 2 gunshots, if I hadn't moved, if I had just done 2 gunshots on the boss, that would have been better. So that was not the best move. So again, the guy I can take off the board faster. That's probably the better target, right? Yep. So we got fewer attacks coming in. Can't hit him from here, so I'm gonna move like this so she can also zap the other guy when he's in range. Take that guy out. And then... So she could do something like this, pull him back further. Yeah, let's do that for fun. He's wet now. Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, I don't think that made as much of a difference. Oh, right, he did the throwing over thing. Gotcha, okay. Well, let's shoot her twice. can smack him twice. And wet him once. Okay. And where can this guy get next turn? He can't reach anybody. So we're just going to wait. We're going to let him advance without attacking anyone. Then we're going to focus fire on him as hard as we can. Oh, we can stun him. And that means my character can't attack him again, but I think that's fine. Can we splash him from here? Nope, just barely not. Okay. Well, let's go over here then. And splash him once. Okay, he's in trouble. He's crouching down. He's like, please have mercy.
Victory.
And I'm like, no mercy for zombies. Ugh. All right. We're doing okay. And we got 2 items. We got a rune and a landmine. Place landmine up to 4 tiles away. And it's 50 fire damage and slows all units. Okay, that's pretty cool. Rune of fragile health. Oh, okay, so you have more maximum health, but you take more damage. Interesting. So if you take more damage if you're taking 110% damage, that's 110 over 100. That's like you have the reciprocal amount of health, right? So it's like you have, what's 100 over 110? So that's, but it's like you have 91% basically the amount of health. And so basically what you need, so if you're going to gain 60 hit points but take extra damage, that's good if that 60 is more, basically it's like your regular health is going down basically by 9%, but you're gaining the 60 before then. So I'm just trying to do the math in my head here. So how much health would you need for that to be a bad trade? So you would need for 9% of your health to be, that 60 would have to be the 9%. That's not quite right, because after you gain it, it would have to amount to the 9% of your health. Anyway, it's a lot of health, and I don't have that much health, so this is definitely a good move. So slotting this on my guy who's supposed to have the most health is a good move. Oil tin. Applies oil to all units and tiles in an area up to 5 away. Okay, so Mabel wants this, because this is going to let Mabel set people on fire. And then the landmine, I think this guy who's in the front lines wants a landmine to slow people down. So that's where our equipment goes. And now I have been streaming this for like nearly an hour, so I should stop. So we've moved on to the next, we've gotten through the tutorial, we've gotten through the first map, and now we should quit because I've got stuff I've got to go do. But this is great. Like, I didn't really know what to expect from this game at all, you know, because I never heard of it until it came out, and I just happened to notice it on Steam. But this is really cool, actually. So I want to keep playing this. This reminds me a lot of like other games that I played in the genre. There was one called oh, dang it. Why can't I think of... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a couple of games that are similar over here so you can check them out. Because, yeah, there's a lot of good games in this genre, and this is a very, very skillfully done entry into that genre.